able to lift my leg that high.
Lesson 10, God's Everlasting Gospel. The three angels' messages. The first angel's message talks about fearing God and giving glory to Him. We have to keep our eyes focused on God always if we profess to be Christians. The second angel's message focuses on Babylon and false religions. False religions is something it's happening now, and it's going to happen more and more as we get closer and closer to the ending times. We see it now in our churches, especially if those who read their Bibles, they can really decipher and see the difference of what's being preached and what the real word or the true word of God actually says. The third angel's message is very clearly a warning to all of God's people. It's a warning about their fate. Revelation 14:9 and 10 warns us about the fate of those who face the wrath of God. In fact, I want to read two paragraphs to you that clearly talk about and discuss the severity of the third angel's message. And it's in Lesson 10. I think it's on Thursday. Yes, Thursday. So the first paragraph is clearly talking about God's faithful people, okay? In contrast to God's faithful people, Revelation 14:9 and 10 warns us about the fate of those who face God's wrath. In the Old Testament, the outpouring of God's wrath is described symbolically as drinking wine from a cup. The severity of the judgment upon the worshippers of the beast is expressed as drinking the wine of the wrath of God that is poured out without mixture into a cup of His indignation. In ancient times, people often diluted wine with water to reduce its intoxicating strength. But the wine of God's wrath is not diluted. It's described as unmixed. The unmixed, undiluted wine represents the pouring out of God's wrath in its full strength without mercy. The second paragraph is talking about total destruction. I know a lot of people are confused because they still believe that those who are going to burn in hell are going to burn forever and ever. And that's not what the Bible is talking about. So listen carefully to this paragraph. The statement of the torment with fire and brimstone refers to total destruction. Key words, total destruction. Not in hell burning forever and ever and ever and ever. That's not what the Bible teaches. Fire and brimstone is a means of judgment. The ascending smoke of destruction is a well-known image in the Bible. Isaiah prophesied of the future destruction of Eden by fire and brimstone. It will become a burning pitch. It shall not be quenched night or day. Its smoke shall ascend forever. Now listen carefully. Jude describes the fate of Sodom and Gomorrah as suffering the punishment of eternal fire. These texts do not talk about endless burning, for none of these cities is burning today. The consequences are eternal. So it's not talking about burning forever, it's talking about eternal consequences, which is again forever, but you're destroyed once and for all. Not burning in hell and being tormented over and over and over, forever and ever and ever, for all eternity. The Bible does not teach that. Revelation refers to annihilation. The burning will be long enough to make the consumption complete until nothing is left to burn. That is what the meaning of forever and ever in the Bible is talking about. So when you burn a campfire, when you put wood and you create a campfire, how long does the campfire last? As long as there's wood. If there's no wood, the fire goes out. Well, it's the same thing here. That's what the Bible is talking about. And that's what the wrath of God is. Total destruction. So I hope this information was useful surrounding the three angels' messages. If you want to know more, I suggest you pick up a Sabbath school book, grab a Bible, and start studying. The weekly lessons are great. I'll see you next time.